Outside Bain. Fires it. The rebound by Moody.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him, and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
Allie, thank you.
This is the defense Bain attracts, and he's superb at fending them off.
Here's Z. We saw him with 19 his last time out. And he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Outside Bain. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The three is up. Jackson can't get it to go. The Warriors lead by 5. Outside, Green. Down low. Here's Z. Memphis with a rebound. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
Man, good whistle there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he drops the first.
A vocal leader both on and off the floor. Green plays with a real fire in edge.
Both teams will make substitutions. No good on the second free throw. Grizzlies trail by 4. To the wing, right side. From deep, Morant. Rebounded by Hield. Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull. From deep, that's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Clark outside. On the wing, Bain. Guarded by Hield. Bain, the pass to Aldama. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game now. First one falls for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Both good from the line that time. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside Kuminga. And there's the screen. Pass to Z. Hield on the wing. Over Bain. And again, it's Golden State.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Morant surveying the floor. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Post.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Hield passes to Kuminga. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The playmaking of Hield, it's really improved over the years.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 8. Kicks it out to Bane. From deep. Drains the triple. Bane's got 5.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Pass to Hield. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for the Warriors, Buddy Hield. At the line for 1.
Here's Jackson. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. From deep three-point land. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the... Hope you've enjoyed... He's deciding to change it up. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Z. Give him 8. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Then there's Santi Aldama, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And then Morant with the dunk.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Z in their last game against the Pelicans really lit up the floor. He finished with 19 points and was on fire from outside. The D had no answer for him. And his team, they're on fire in the midst of a strong stretch. They're looking to keep it up tonight. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Knocks it down from distance.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Pass to Wells. Outside Bane. Clock at 6. Wells, the pass to Huff. From deep, Bane. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And that one good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
44 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Now here's Morant, tightly guarded, and he recovers it. Here's Aldama. Misses the jumper from the wing.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Green, the pass to Butler. Here's Z. He's got 13. Off target from outside. Up top, Morant. Butler covering. Now Morant. There's a screen. Fires for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. So we conclude the first half. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
You know, for the Grizzlies, I think we know at this point how good this team can be. and that is not very good, Ernie.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Warriors.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Jimmy Butler. He's out there with Moody. Draymond Green is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Z in at the shooting guard position. Green with a screen on Bane. Back to Curry. Pass to Z. Morant against Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Curry making it look effortless.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Here's Edey. Jackson outside. Here's Morant. He's covered by Curry. Outside Bane from behind the arc. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, man, just a big response from Bane.
And the Warriors making a switch here. And check out the NBA's top 3-point shooters over the course of the past month. Stephen Curry, 3rd.
Sometimes you get into a rhythm from long range, and you can ride that stretch for a while.
And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
Z shot is good.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Pass to Wells. Now here's Bane. They double him with Moody. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Not just a scorer. Bane is willing to set up others and does a very good job of it.
Moody from outside. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Outside Bane. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Golden State. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 14. Outside Morant. Outside Bane. Let's go with a 3. Shot's no good. Made 4. He's missed 4 now. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And yep, it's good. Z's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Morant with it. He has 7. No good on the 3.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Ja Morant is excited to be back on the court. He's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks. Grizzlies trail by 16. Inside. Jackson can't get it to go.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Curry, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Wells. Moody defends. Here's Bain. And the shot no good. A bit short. The Warriors lead by 16. Pass to Z. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is waiting. More than just capable of sending it back.
So both teams making some changes here. 40 seconds left in the third. Here's Z. He's got 17. He drops it from range. Z's got 20 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Memphis shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
First team foul. At the line for Memphis.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Warriors lead by 18. Clark with the screen. To the paint. 4 seconds left. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be and it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama out there with Desmond Bain. And it's Pippen in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Kind of a rare spot for Bain, but he's a true shooter, so he can get it dialed in.
Here's Z. Pass to Heel. There's the 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Warriors lead by 17.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Bain against Heel. Bain, the pass to Wells. And here's Bain. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Warriors lead by 15. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And there's a pick. To the middle. Picked it out of midair. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Wells. Pass to Clark. Here's Bain. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Z, the pass to Butler. To the inside. Z. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Z's got 22 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Timeout, Grizzlies. Some changes for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Aldama. And it's Ja Morant in for Pippen. Warriors making a switch here. Timeout, Grizzlies. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. They told the team to dig deep, play with passion, finish this game out right. We'll see if they do, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Green, the pass to Z. Kuminga with a screen on Bain. Z's shot is good. Z's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Basket's good.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, B.A., he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
First free throw is good. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
Here's Z. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Z's got 16 points here in the second half. There's 1:17 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Rebounded by Green. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot. Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Warriors.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Z.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
Wells misses. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Z's shot is good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Bain. Out to the right wing. Up top, Morant. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. MP got the job done tonight, as usual. This fans we've seen yet. Make sure you disappoint.
Seen some fierce competition in NBA 2k25. All of you have shown up and made this community the absolute best in all of gaming.
And in this episode, we're recognizing all of you that put in the work and rose above the rest in NBA 2K25.
We'll be giving away 10 2K TV awards this week, including the top play of the year, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And winners will receive not only bragging rights, but some pretty sweet rewards. NBA 2K26 with VC, My Team cards, and so much more.
And throughout our award show, we will be bringing you 2K TV Interactive. All questions and the VC you get from answering correctly are presented by Hotels.com.
This is an award show, so let's start with a question about some wins. What do you think, Alexis?
I like it.
Which NBA team won the most games in the 2024-25 regular season?
Was it the Celtics, the Thunder, the Cavs, or the Rockets?
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now a look at the stats for Julius Randle.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under him.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Butler out there with Green. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Z at the 2 spot. And for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. Down low. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
Z, good.
Curry really runs the offense well. Knows exactly the time to either shoot it or give it up to his teammates.
Mr. Randle, this one for 3. The Warriors pull it in. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratch in your head because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this group. That's not going away, but I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
Curry, good.
This is how competitive Curry is. He's got a great competitive spirit. You drain a 3 on him, guess what? He's looking to come right back at you.
When Nas Reed is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. We talked about the daunting task of facing Steph Curry. Coach said Curry makes your entire five guard him. Steph might be the best conditioned player in the league. He is constantly moving. It makes him so difficult to track. So, of course, it's not just Curry's shooting that presents problems. Guys?
Thanks, David. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Pass to Moody. Green against Reed. Here's Z. Misses the chippy right there.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Conley's shot is off. Warriors leading by 3. Lets the 3 fly, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Z. Z's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Randall down low, defended by Butler. Randall no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Here's Z. Good, and Butler gets the assist. 9 points for Z.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot drafting Edwards first overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
Reed with a screen for Edwards to stop the run, and the layup is up and in.
Edwards flexing on him now, bully ball inside.
Warriors leading by 10. See the pass to Curry. There's the screen over Conley. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Curry's got his second basket of the night. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Golden State moving it around. Butler against Reed. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got his second basket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Edwards. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
They've got Gobert. Clark is out there with Miller. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against Memphis was dominant. He scored 31 points and wore the defense down with his three-point shooting. He was focused. They fed off of his energy, and they'll try to do that again tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Edwards kicks to Clark. Kept alive, Minnesota. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. See the pass to Payton. Takes it inside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Miller. And it's Conley in for Clark. DiVincenzo kicks to Reid. Pass to Conley. Will it go? And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Post. Defended by Gobert. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Good D by Payton.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. He's off on the first. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Randall comes in for Rudy Gobert. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dante DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Reid. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reid. He was just waiting for that pass.
Curry passes to Z. There's a good screen. Shot on the wing. He squares up and sinks it. Curry's got 7 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Randall no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Edwards looking it over. Pass to Reid. 6 to shoot. Bounce pass from Randall. Reid in the post. Looney on him. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Z. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Charity stripe shot. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Conley. 10 points for Anthony Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Z. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 19. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
So it's the Golden State Warriors with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Give it up for the participant.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the rest of the pack in line.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Warriors.
They're efficient.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Z.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. They've got Moody. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Z at the two-guard spot. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Now, Alexander Walker. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Yeah, he just flat-out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
To the left wing, no one near Randall as he lets it go. Offensive rebound.
On the inside, Reed's got a deep bag, and he can go to. I mean, he's a hard guy to cover.
The Timberwolves gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one falls for Reed. Both free throws good from Reed. Warriors leading by 15. Outside, Green. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The kick outside to Butler. And that one drops. Butler's got 8 points.
Butler challenges the opposing team everywhere on the court. Never afraid of any situation. He'll battle you down low.
Conley feeling it out. Edwards a screen on Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Randall. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Outside, Edwards. Nailed from three-point land. 15 points in the game.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Butler against Randall. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
To the paint. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Conley against Curry, and that's going to be a travel.
Look at the turnover situation, guys. It's not been that bad, just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
Minnesota making some changes. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. That's good from Randall on the assist from Conley. Randall's got 5 now.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Payton with the screen for Heel. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves trail by 16. DiVincenzo kicks to Conley. Pass to Gobert. Randall down low, covered by Heel. Fades. That's short off the rim. Warriors leading by 16. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Payton finds Heel. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Here's Conley. It's blocked. Payton passes to Z. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this.
Some changes. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Green comes in for Jimmy Butler, and Z subbed in for Heel. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Alexander Walker. Shoots over Kuminga. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. The shot, no good. Warriors leading by 22. To the middle. Looney passes to Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Shot clock at 6. Green drives in. Misses from short range. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
and just breaking the spirit of their opponent. 3 straight times this year, this win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with 1 left to be played on the season against Minnesota.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Z.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Kuminga. Randall outside. Back to Alexander Walker. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Smooth sailing for Golden State. Shot from the top of the key, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a...
Okay, then. That's how we stand on
Good
business.
win. Let's keep it going. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
MP, you're my favorite player, man. Oh.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jimmy Butler.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler out there with Green. Then it's Moody, then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Z in at the shooting guard position. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Outside Butler. Pass to Z. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. He buries it from 3.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Here's Halliburton. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Halliburton's got his second basket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Curry passes to Z. Green, a screen. The shot by Z, no good. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Moody passes to Z. Down low. The kick out, Curry. Pass to Green. Here's Z. And the 3 off target. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. 4-point game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Z in their last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He dropped 35 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. Everything's been working for them. We'll see if they can keep it going tonight. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Siakam left side. Pass to Turner. Halliburton outside. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. The Warriors lead by 4. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. To the paint. Oh, sweet move. Z's shot is good. Z's got 5 points.
Well, when the playmaking duties fall to Jimmy Butler, he is more than capable.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Indiana making a switch here. Jackson, he's checked in for Turner. Neesmith comes in for Matherin. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Tyrese Halliburton. Here's Butler. The shot comes out. Siakam with a defensive effort. Inside, here's McConnell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
The Warriors lead by 4. Hield passes to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Watch your head. Jimmy Butler in the house.
32 seconds left in the first quarter here. Now here's McConnell. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. And here's Shepard for 3. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Siakam looking it over. Over Butler. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top, up by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. They've got Halliburton, Thomas Bryant out there with Jackson. Then it's Neesmith, and it's McConnell in at the point guard position. Jackson with a screen on Hield.
Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points.
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Hield. Doris, the past few seasons, we've seen some teams go all in on star power with little to show for it in the end.
BA, thank you for making this point, because we have seen teams mortgage their future in order to just put a collection of stars together, and it is so rare that it works out or turns into a championship. To me, it's always about balancing out your roster. Yes, you need stars to win in the NBA, but you need the right complementary pieces around those stars to come away with a championship.
Pass to Jackson. Jack's up at 3. The rebound by Payton.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits. Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. And the Warriors making a switch here. Moody's checked in. Turner, he's checked in. Wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Turner with it. Jackson Davis on him. Halliburton on the attack. Misses in close. The Warriors lead by 7. Pass to Curry. Lets it fly. Indiana with a rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Outside Neesmith. Halliburton outside. Takes a 3. That won't go. 3 for 6 in this one. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Payton's shot is good. And now a 10-point Warrior lead.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Halliburton drives, and it's in there. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the craftiness on the drive by Tyrese Halliburton? This guy's ability to adjust when he puts it on the deck is something else.
Kuminga up top, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, for the most part, they've taken care of the ball. I mean, that's one of the few mistakes they've made in what has been a good half.
And the Warriors make some changes. Green comes in for Jackson Davis, and Looney subbed in for Kuminga. Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Neesmith. Pacers trail by 8. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to review the game plan. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
And somewhat surprisingly, the club split their 2 meetings last year.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these 2 teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Checked in for the Warriors. And the Pacers also making a change. McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. And here's Indiana now, trailing by 8, and it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Siakam, pass to McConnell. Here's Mathurin. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Turner. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Lets it go from deep. Warriors with the rebound. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row, and they've shown no signs of slowing down.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it, the athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Team foul. At the line for 2, Stephen Curry.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, when you think about Stephen Curry, his style, his shooting, all the abilities have influenced the way we think about the game of basketball. Incredible.
Heald's checked in for Moody. And so Curry nails both of them.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
McConnell outside. Pass to Turner. Nembhard with it. The three is up. Knocks down the long J. Nembhard's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Butler against Matherin. Now here's Hield. There's the triple. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Nembhard. And that's not going to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Warriors on top, up by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the players of the week. The Western Conference winner, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France, but he has a good shot at being the best of that group. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Indiana Pacers.
Their focus on defense has been inconsistent. Tough to win with lapses at that end.
Yeah, they got to clamp down in the second half, man. Better communication and multiple efforts.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
They've got Stephen Curry. Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Moses Moody, and it's Z in at the 2 guard. That's the Warriors 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
T, the pass to Green. Green gets up and powers it down.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Nembhard outside. Halliburton outside. From outside the arc. The Warriors pull it in. Butler's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Curry. Halliburton against Butler. Green with a screen on Halliburton. Here's Z. They get it again. Moody from outside. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler has turned himself into a guy that can pick apart any defense you send in his direction. If he sees an opening, he will send it on time and on target.
Outside Mathurin. And the first shot of the night for him. Missing.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Doris, no secret how talented the international players are in the NBA, especially those from Canada.
Yeah, we've seen a number of Canadians come in and have a high level of impact for their team. For Mathurin, think about his availability his rookie year, played in almost every game, and this guy is a legit scorer at this level.
Back to Nembhard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Nembhard's gotten 4 this quarter. The Warriors lead by 11. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The 3 from Curry. Curry splashes it in.
You know, if they're looking for stops, they can't give it back on the defensive glass.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Halliburton's shot is good.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Indiana making a switch here. Neesmith's checked in. All right, a chance to check out stats for Tyrese Halliburton.
He hasn't been as sharp as we're used to seeing in the last 10 games. You can tell in his passing, his assists are down. Even the simple passes look hard for him. Maybe he can get his groove back tonight.
That one goes in.
Boy, what great body control you saw there, laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
1:49 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now the Warriors with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Hield. Here's Z. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Z's got 16 points now.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession. Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Here's Hield. Again, Golden State.
See how eager Hield is to catch and release. That is what you call a shooter extraordinaire.
Pass to Turner. The rebound by Post.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kuminga with a screen on Halliburton. Z. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 5 rebounds in the game. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Yes! Tough points from Tyrese.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
The Warriors lead by 13. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Here's Z. He's covered by Siakam. Here's Z. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. They've got Isaiah Jackson. T.J. McConnell is out there with Halliburton. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Z. He's marked by McConnell. Halliburton against Hield. Looney the screen. Here's Z. 3-pointer. Connects from downtown. Z's got 11 in the second half.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
McConnell outside. Pass to Halliburton. With the floater. Outside for McConnell. The 3. Halliburton misses.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Soft touch off the glass. Z's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Hield knows you're going to give him a significant amount of attention. He uses that to find the open teammate.
McConnell passes to Nesmith. And here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. McConnell finds Jackson. Indiana needs to get a shot off. 3-pointer, Halliburton. The shot, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
They get it back. Here's Z. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner, he's checked in for Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Jackson. Matherin's checked in for Nesmith. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Siakam, no good. The Warriors lead by 20. Pass to Green. Here's Z. He's guarded by Nembhard. Green, a screen. Z Z shot is good. Z's got 9 points in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Outside Matherin. There's a screen by Turner. Fires the three. And it's Z with a rebound. Z's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Moody. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Matherin passes to Nembhard. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Z.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's Indiana. Matherin passes to Siakam. He's off on the layup.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Outside for Green. Here's Z. To the middle. Up and in on the layup.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Pass to Turner. There's a screen by Turner. Siakam for three. Knocks down the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.
Solid effort tonight on both ends. They don't even know what's coming for them.
All right, baby. Let's get down. And there's a lot of excited basketball fans revved up and ready to get going.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jimmy Butler.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Jackson Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for Golden State, Z out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Peyton. And it's Butler in at the 4 spot. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
Reeves can't hit. Curry with it. Inside, Z uses both hands to slam it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now here is Hachimura. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Hachimura ready, had that shot lined up.
Here's Z. They set the pick for the 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Z's got 5 points so far.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Curry on the wing. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Now here is Hachimura. Last game he had 10 points. Here's Doncic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Creating space. Doncic will move defenders around.
Pass to Green. The kick outside to Butler. Another 3 for Golden State.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Hachimura with it. Back to Doncic. Over Curry. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against Indiana was terrific. He scored 32 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. Games like he had have been a big part of this team's hot streak. They'll look to keep it going tonight. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep growing here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Here's Doncic. After the made shot from Z. Hayes the pass to Reeves. three-pointers off the mark. Warriors leading by 3. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons. The sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach. But the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And it's Doncic missing.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now here is Hachimura. Back to James. Over Peyton. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Hachimura.
And LeBron's still a force inside. Size, athleticism, it's all still there.
There's the pick. Here's Curry with the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Here's Doncic. Green with the rebound. Here's Z. Butler a screen on Reeves. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead. They lead by 6. Live from Chase Center. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
They've got Moody. Z out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Inside. Z, good. Z's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Vincent the pass to Vanderbilt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Misses the jumper. Warriors leading by 10. Here's Z. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And here's Reeves outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Reeves has got 5.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Shot by Hield, nobody around, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, that's a guy you want to find, Buddy Hield, with the response from 3.
The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the offseason in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. As Jackson Davis is checked in for Golden State. The Lakers also making some changes. Hachimura is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. LeBron comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. Back to Reeves. Pass to James from outside the arc. The rebound by Hield. There's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Now, here's Moody. Guarded by Doncic. Z can't get it to go.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust him. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Doncic. 17 points in his last outing. Hield against Reeves. Hachimura setting the pick for Reeves. Takes the three. The Warriors pull it in. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch these guys and how much they're enjoying this. Every team they face is trying to end this big run. I've been on both sides of the game like tonight's, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to keep up a streak. Gotta love the pressure.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Hield, bounce pass. Basket counts. And that's 17 points for Z.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Reeves, that's a two-pointer. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
You know me, I'm a stickler for rating these competitions. If I've seen your dunk before, bad score.
Wow, you're a tough judge for a guy who never participated in the event.
I always wanted to watch it.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Warriors.
Bench Bob, they've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. So for the Lakers right now, in it forward for them, it's James and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot. Here's the lob, and LeBron flies through the air.
LeBron gets behind the eyes of the defense for the highlight reel jam.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. Guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
LeBron shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lakers trail by 12. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Oh, LeBron is just too strong inside.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Timberwolves, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinion. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
And they pick up 2.
Well, any shot seems to be a high percentage shot for one Steph Curry, especially from that area on the floor.
Reeves outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Reeves has got 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Z. Good, and Butler gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 12.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Z. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here is Doncic. He has 7. Hayes finds James. The rebound by Payton.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he knocks down the first one. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Second free throw, no good. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of doing that.
Here for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Gary Payton comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Fields checked in for Moses Moody. And Z subbed in for Stephen Curry. And then for Los Angeles, Hachimura is checked in for Hayes. Connect comes in for Austin Reeves. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Doncic. Down low, Vanderbilt with the steal. Got Hield. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green. Then there's Z, and it's Payton in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. To the paint. Here's James. Strong inside. What a move by James.
Assertive move by LBJ, just taking what he wants inside.
Butler at the elbow. Pass to Z. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Screen by James. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
On the wing, Hield. Pass to Z. From the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. Z's got 25 points in the game.
Trying more and more to utilize the 3-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Curry's checked in for Hield and then for Los Angeles. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Gabe Vincent. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He told them you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Tries it from 9. And it's wide right. Gets off the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Butler pass to Z. Takes a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Z's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Golden State. Payton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, the 3-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Doncic, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Z. Cans it from downtown. Z's got 31.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the Lakers with another miss. Warriors leading by 17. From deep 3-point land. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on top.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
earned that one.
Wins pay the bills, baby. Quiet out there tonight.
Lost my all, then I got it back. That's my hustle ambition. Never lose sight on the path. I had to tunnel my vision. Separate myself from the clowns. They ain't really about business. You only strong as your weakest link. So I be trying to live my universal laws in effect. When you lose your mind and see you as a threat. I'm chasing money like thought the youngest gone. When I was down bad, you missing. Pray to the Lord, I make it out the trenches. I had to grind, wasn't given. Know it's a purpose, so I move different. God chose me, told me I'm gifted. Feel like I'm stuck in this life that I'm living. I'm trying to grind this stack to the ceiling. I had to step my name in my image. I still in the chest, I hustle relentless. I gotta keep my mind on the mission. Like I make Steven wanna see the vision. You never mix feelings with the feelings. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. Never no stagnant. It's all about the give and go. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. The way that I'm dropping, you can never stop the flow. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. You can never stop the flow. Businessman, I move like an entrepreneur, so I ain't got the time for no. I cannot take a detour, cause I'm trying to make it yours. If it ain't
Shorty said don't leave
Try to get next to you, usually if they could benefit it. Passionate dog, I need my kids to feel it.